activists coming from Cambodia. And I think all of you had a chance to watch A River Changes Course recently. And it's a film about 3 families living in Cambodia and their struggles against the environmental destruction that is happening in Cambodia. SIMA actually asked me, and actually before I begin, I'd like to thank the Social Impact Media Awards, for this opportunity for us to have this discussion. And also Daniela, Aaron, and Lucy for organizing this and putting this all together. It's just such a wonderful opportunity for all of us to be here and to discuss this, to have this important discussion about the environment in Cambodia and what we can do to protect it. But they also asked me to just give a little synopsis about how A River Changes Course came to be, and how we decided to make this film. So as some of you may know, during the Khmer Rouge regime, this was a socialist communist regime that came to be in 1975 to 79 in Cambodia and took over Cambodia, and 2 million people, people's lives were actually taken during that time. 2 million people died either from malnutrition or they were executed. And during that period, it really tore the country apart. So I was doing a lot of work on researching this period and trying to make people aware of this time. But what I realized was that throughout the years that I spent in Cambodia was that another kind of reign of terror was taking over in Cambodia, and that people's lives and livelihoods were being attacked. This time, it wasn't just, people, being executed, but the land, the rivers, the forests were being destroyed, and therefore people's lives and livelihoods were being destroyed as well. And then in the last few years, I've really, during my time working in Cambodia, what I also realized was that even though this was taking place, that there was a new hope that was emerging. And that hope I saw was with the youth. And I've had this opportunity to get to know some really strong youth activists in Cambodia. And this time I really want to bring them into the discussion so that they can talk about their experiences and about the emergence of a new opportunity, actually, for Cambodia to really reconstruct itself and build itself on a hope and a new way of seeing the environment and what we can do to protect it. So I'd like to bring to the floor first Kimry Mot. Kimry is a really special friend, and I would also say a very special brother. He's like a brother to me. Kimry and I first met in 2013. And he was actually sitting on top of a tree branch, like a little tree house, reading a book in the Neang Valley, which is a valley at the foot of the Cardamom Mountains in Cambodia. And this valley has been challenged within the last few years because of the possibility of a dam being constructed there. And now the forest is also being cut down at an alarming rate and being destroyed. And Kimry has been working with Mother Nature Cambodia to help protect this place. And actually with Mother Nature Cambodia was successful at stopping the dam from taking place. So I'd love for Kimry to start and to introduce himself and talk about his work with Mother Nature Cambodia and how the youth are working to work with local communities to help empower and to bring their voices and raise their voices and help make known what is happening in Cambodia.
Thank you so much, Uncle Kalyanee. Yeah, we all miss you.
Oh, I miss you.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for share my story and the first meet. Yeah, for me and for like other people in Mother Nature and like as a young people, and we work on protecting the environment in Cambodia. We know that this is a very important work for this period of Cambodia, because now uh, like we face on many issues, and our forest is lost more and more. Yeah, and now uh, we got a lot of like construction like dam and deforestation, and we try to protect all those areas by join many campaign, and we also um, uh, like involved with the media, that we know that it's very important to speak out what we have the best and what is our problem. Like, in the Arang Valley, we start to protect the area from bring Cambodian people to their place, that they will build the dam and destroy everything. But our strategy is to like to to, to bring the beautiful place to many people, to Cambodian people, by bring them there and take the photo, film there, and show how beautiful it is. Yeah. So it is our work to protect the area. Yeah.
So
So yeah,
yeah, you think that by bringing the youth to the area and showing them the beauty of the place, that they'll be inspired to protect, the environment?
yeah, I think this is the way that we work. And also, for me at the first time to join this that environment, I'm also a kind of like tourist. I just go there to just enjoy the place and to enjoy my holiday, but I became to the environmental activist, start from the tourist. So it's like this story is like, I think people when they will inspire something inside. Yeah, because they have like beautiful place, animal and indigenous people live there. Everything is beautiful, like very pretty, beautiful. So they will want to keep that place, and to like they don't want anyone to destroy that place. Yeah.
So what can the youth do? What can the youth do? How have you helped the youth to understand what they can do to protect the environment? And what strategies have you used to inspire them and to get them to help, and work with the communities to protect the environment?
Yeah, for us, we work with many group of young people, and they from different place, different university. They have different skill, but I think one thing that they want is they want to enjoy, they want to be happy, they want to learn, to go something, to get something new. Yeah, and our campaign is to promote the Arang Valley to other people that they don't know before, and we don't want to focus about like something bad or something wrong with the authority or the policy. We don't want to talk about politics, but we want to talk about the beauty of the valley, and people want to know, want to hear about that word. Yeah. So I think this is this is one of the strategies that we can call all the people call all the young people that they want to know, to see the valley. Yeah, yeah. So they cannot they can accept our topic, because how can they like they come and they don't want to listen to us, because we don't talk about politics. We talk about the beautiful of the place and the environment. Yeah.
What kind of videos have you made with Mother Nature, Cambodia?
For me, I have like some video that would talk about uh, the community life style and the way how they live with the nature, and I want to show people about the importance of the nature and like our rules of life. Like when we start from the beginning of our life, we have nothing. We don't have like many years ago, and also Cambodian people, we start from after Khmer we don't have anything. We just have nature and land, river and forest. So this is our like our
national treasure.
we don't have we don't treasure. So our like don't have
our bopa rose.
So this is our treasure that we live with, and the nature also kind of everything for local community. They don't have work. They live the river, the sea, forest.
So what you're trying to say is that by sharing, the lives and the culture and the especially some of the spiritual ceremonies that happen in Orang Valley, that you're able to lighten, bring light to the cultural and spiritual identity of Cambodia, and inspire the youth to be proud of that. And you're absolutely right. In Cambodia, after the Khmer Rouge, many people have lost pride in their country, pride in our culture, pride in who we are and our identity. That's in yin. So without that pride, it's hard to know how to protect. But with that pride, then you feel, the strength and the courage, to fight. Just like you, when I met you in 2013, you just started, working with Mother Nature. You were just visiting Orang Valley. But because you saw how beautiful it was, you felt inspired to protect it because it was your treasure, right? It belonged to you now. So it's really beautiful that, and I don't know, it's been really beautiful for me to witness that in Cambodia, to see over the years how that pride has developed, and how the young people really now take pride in their culture and pride in the environment. But I want to ask you, how do you think the youth can actually take that pride and turn it into power in order to influence, the local government? How do you think that can be done?
Thank you so much for this question, and it's also hard for me to explain and to answer, but I try. For me, I meet with a lot of young people, and some people they also work with environment, but we have a different idea, different concept, and when we talk about environment, sometimes I said the environment is belong to us. We own the environment, we own the forest, we own the river. It means we need to take care of that. But some people, when I say we own the forest, they feel like, oh, I'm on the forest too, so I can cut it all. So people think in different ways.
Mm.
So yeah, so to make like some like young people to love with the nature, to protect with the nature is not an easy one. And but one thing we can is to bring them and to when the nature inspire them is we they can inspire people by some story, like when sometimes if I never been through the forest, I cannot know what they have. Like maybe it's good for us, maybe it's not good for us. But when I went to the forest, I know that beautiful, and I know that how it's beautiful, how the people live there, how important is the forest. So it will inspire people to start protect, to start involved with the bird, to
Yeah.
keep the forest. Yeah. But yeah, I think like me, when at the at the time that I study in university, I never went through the forest, and I don't know everything about even the weather. Yeah, yeah, I don't interesting about like something around me. I just go to work, go to study, and come back home, and nothing to do. Yeah, but when I went to the forest first time, I feel like, oh, it's so beautiful, and I want to keep this place. I don't want anyone to destroy it. I want to see it when I
Yeah.
grow up, when I become getting old. So I want to come here again to see it. So yeah, this is how I feel in the forest, in the
Oh,
nature. Yeah.
wow.
So
Yeah, I like to thank you so much, Kimry. Now I want to introduce another special friend, Srey.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Srey, there's really no word to describe Srey. She is like, I think the one word I can use is cool, like super, super cool. She is so cool. And she's doing some of the coolest things in Cambodia right now. And like Kimry, I'd actually like Cindy, and I'd love for you to tell the story of how you came to fall in love, with the forest too, and how that story led you to want to protect the environment, but also what you're doing now, in particular, in urban Phnom Penh City, what you are doing with other young people to protect the environment in your own way. Yeah.
Okay, I think it's not really different from Kimry. It's happened just when we just start to visit the forest. I first time went to Prey Longs, like with some of the youth group, and yeah, it's spectacular. I mean, like it's so beautiful, and it's not just I want to see it myself and feel it myself. Like I want maybe my children, like the next generation, and my friend, my family to see it and to feel the same way. It's like the relaxing way.
Hey, Sir Neang. I was just wondering if you could continue with what you were talking about, and maybe talk about some of the eco businesses that some of the ideas that some of the youth are coming up with as far as eco businesses are concerned.
Okay, so right now it's like brainstorming with youth, but at the same time we're working with green business mostly in Phnom Penh to promote them to raise awareness in maybe environmental consumption, like yeah, it's consumption, like consuming products. So there's a business in Cambodia that start producing, for example, the leaf plant, the box that made from cassava waste. No, it's plastic bag made from cassava waste, and eco sandbox that made from sugar cane waste, like something that more recycled, safe for people to like to put food in it, and it's safe for environment as well. So yeah.
And where are these products made?
the leaf plate is made in Kampong province. The products, like the two product, is imported, but we're trying to make find the ideas that it's possible to make in Cambodia. It can create jobs, and yeah, there are a lot of opportunity for people here.
Yeah, so you're creating opportunities for the local communities.
Yes.
Yeah, Kimry. I remember, you know, when I was in Cambodia, Kimry brought these straws. Yeah, straws made of bamboo. Yeah, Kimry, can you tell us? Yeah, who are you working with in Arang, you know, to make these straws, and talk about the Arang community actually. If you can just describe what Arang is like, what the community is like, and you know, and how excited they are to actually produce something that can be, you know, sold, you know, in Phnom Penh and other urban places.
Yeah, thank you, Bom, Kalyanee. For me, I also work with the community, and yeah, on this kind of livelihood work, because I asked one day, yeah, I know that people in Phnom Penh, we start thinking about environment, and we start with something from environment, and we stop like using plastic, and we start thinking about environment and climate change. And that's why some people, they build bamboo straw and sell it in Phnom Penh. And you know, in Arang Valley, we have a lot of like bamboo, but we cannot do anything with the bamboo. We just use it for housing, and another use in community. But I, for me, I asked the community to cut the bamboo to make it like to make it become a straw, and we can use it, and we can sell it to people in Phnom. So first time they make it a lot for me. Yeah. But I need to dry it, and you know, some of them is broken, but I still can sell it to some other people and make it clean, and it's beautiful, and we can use it like instead of the plastic straw, and we can keep it, and we can clean it, and use it again. If we don't lose it, we can still, and some straw is if we don't clean, it's become like uh, some dusty thing inside, but we can clean it and use it again. And you know, for Arang community, they very welcome with the people who love the nature, who want to protect the nature. And I went there as a, you know, I am a Muslim. I am I don't eat pork, and I remember the community bring a lot of fish for me when I first went to the story that they sell me food, they sell me like they share love with me, because they know that I cannot eat something like the pork, or so all them.
So the community, they welcome the idea of working on something that uses their experience and their knowledge, you know, in the place that they live in, but also it's a new opportunity, you know, to use the things that they already have, the natural resources that they already have, to make something new and different that they can make some money out of, right?
Yeah, sure. But the problem, like we start with, like when I first came to Arang Valley, is like they are in different country or different place with it's hard to connect with people there, because like we drive 90 kilometers from the town, and the road is very bad, and we spend like 3 or 4 hours to get there. Yeah, so we cannot bring anything out because the road is very bad and we just can drive.
Yeah.
So they cannot sell everything out. But now we start to our campaign is to keep them to stop the dam, but the dam hydro dam construction. So it's like a key to develop there. When the campaign is success, they start building road. They start develop the community, yeah, and start ecotourism. So yeah, this story that we know that our work is not only protect, it's also kind of development too. When it's success, yeah.
Yeah. So Neang, I wanted to ask if you, how did you decide to work with the youth? Why do you think the youth, is an important, population of people in Cambodia to connect with and to empower, with regards to the environment? Why the youth for you?
Okay, maybe I'm a youth, so I can easily work. I think we need a lot of force from them. I mean, they really energetic, they really creative, but there's something, I mean, they need something like a community or someone that trying to push them or make them try to think about environment. And one more thing, there are a lot of youth. Honestly, it's like for the population, it's 60%. But like for me as a student, I surrounded with a lot of youth, and it's easy for me to influence them, to inspire them to take actions. Like at class, at work, like go outside, they all are youth. And yeah, it just maybe because of the population and me myself, like surrounded with a lot of youth. And I see a lot of change. Like for 3 years, and I start doing what I'm doing right now. Like my classmates, like starting to think about environment more. They started to see use less plastic by buying by using reusable bottle or something. So it's not happened before. And if I did not do it, it would have nothing changed. And yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it is.
And I see potential, like I see potential of youth. I mean, like they really have something, but they need someone to ignite the light inside them.
Yeah, and you're doing that. Oh, yeah. I mean, what I see with Eco Life, and the young eco ambassadors too, is that there's a creative energy. There is not just about, protesting or about going against the government, but actually changing the system through creative projects and creative ways of thinking. And even with design and technology, I can say, So can you expand on that more? Like how is Eco Life doing this? How are the youth doing this, with their creative energy and their creative ideas, changing the way people see the environment, work with the environment, and consuming in the environment.
Oh yeah, okay, it's going. One of my team members, he studied design, graphic design, but he can use his creativity and his design to raise awareness about plastic, like design something new, the artwork that can raise awareness. Like he create a painting using some plastic by conveying the message like related to environment. So it's not just like you work in, you study environmental fields and you work in environments, like everyone can use their skills, their talent to express it out through environment, like to raise awareness with environment. So yeah, that's what I can see.
Yeah, didn't EcoLife just, and Young Eco Ambassador, did you guys just have a festival recently? You have a lot of festivals. And what happens at these festivals and what do you do there? Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. Okay. So we started a project called the Green Fair Cambodia. We're trying to bring all the green business together, and they can display their products and talk to the public, like talk to their customer, like about what it is, why it benefit to environments, and why it help them as well, like not affects their health by using something